American Hammers TV, another episode. We got a couple Cleveland Hammers tonight. We have Murph and we have Will.
Cleveland rocks.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Cleveland
Good to be here.
rocks.
My co-host this evening is none other than Shirley Temple from Saskatchewan.
You wanker.
Wayne, Mr. Dallas Hammers, the one, the only. That's who's my guy. He's always my go-to guy.
Drinking a Shirley Temple.
Right.
Yeah, nice mug. Hey, where'd you get that mug?
I don't know. It might have been drinkwaredesign.com.
You might be able to find that in the link in the description below. Hey, look, they make American Hammers TV mugs too. That's fucking
They do,
awesome.
and they make
Take my money.
Dallas Hammers TV mugs too.
So yeah, we have link in the description below for drinkwaredesign.com. Really cool dudes out of fucking Texas. And you know what? These cups, these designs are made by fucking West Ham supporters. So kick some ass. We also have the shit that fills this cup. It's not shit. It's the best fucking coffee in this planet. Out of Denver, Colorado, Strava Craft Coffee. It's the shit that fuels me every single day. Not just during my episodes, but it's made organically infused with hemp oil. So it's got CBD oil in here, baby. It's awesome. And there's a link in the description until June 30th. You can save 15% off your order if you type in the code HAMMERS15. So good shit. Anyway, we get cracking.
You know what fuels mine, right?
Jameson
Yeah.
whiskey.
Oh, now we're talking. That's my.
Yeah.
So
Cleveland Hammers currently right now are sponsored by White Claw, and I don't.
there you go.
I don't care. They're delicious.
There.
Get hammered off
know what?
White Claw when you're watching the Hammers kick some ass.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
White Claw.
Nice one. I like that. You should tag them in your posts. There you go. So yeah, we're gonna get cracking. I think I know the answer to this after having a conversation with Kevin Grimm out of the Columbus E13. But how did you guys get into West Ham? I think I have an idea.
Do you want to go first? Go ahead. Okay. Basically, just I grew up listening to East End punk bands like Cockney Rejects, Coxbar. Steve Harris from Iron Maiden had the West Ham, logo on his bass and everything.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting into football. Like I always kind of hung out with the soccer kids in high school and stuff because they were always the punks and skaters. And then as I got into football around like 06 is really when I kind of like set my feet in there. Somebody was like, "Who's your Premier League team?" And I was like, "West Ham," without even like thinking. I was just
Nice.
like, West Ham. And we come from Northeast Ohio. We grew up in a giant body of water. All factories and steel mills. And I grew up in Akron, which was the rubber capital of the world.
Oh yeah.
Point. So like I always felt like I could relate to that area.
So hang on, it's the rubber capital of the world? I mean, like rubbers as in like, roll them down rubbers?
No.
No, come on.
That's where like Goodyear Tire and Firestone and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
My grandfathers all retired from Goodyear or worked at Firestone or anything like that.
I went to
the main exporter of tires.
I went to the Ozfest in Akron, Ohio in 1998, man.
At the Rubber Bowl.
At the Rubber Bowl. Yeah.
I grew up racing Soapbox Derby next door.
No shit. Right on. That's cool, man.
The Rubber Bowls, they're actually tearing it down right now.
Oh, no shit, yeah.
Yeah, because they moved the university built a new stadium like 10 years ago downtown. And it just
Yeah, it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, really, yeah.
Don't get Murphy going on rubber.
All right. Hey, Will, man, how did you get into West Ham?
But yeah, so that's pretty cut and dry for me.
I grew up playing football my whole life. My mother's from England.
Whereabouts?
London.
Well, it's a big city, mate. Whereabouts in London?
She was actually lived in Barking.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
pretty clear. So she's an East End love.
Yeah, and when I got into the Prem seriously, like probably around like 99, 2000. I mean, it was no other option but West Ham.
Good.
So,
That's awesome.
been following it. Been over there twice. Seen them win, seen them lose.
At the Bowling or the
Yeah,
London
at the
Stadium?
Bowling.
Yeah. Have you guys been to the London Stadium yet?
What's that?
Have you been to the London Stadium yet?
No.
Any desire?
No.
Doesn't sound like it.
He keeps telling me when I go over, he's like, "Don't go to a home match. Go to like Selhurst Park or go, somewhere like that. Go see him on the road." I'm like,
that's
"No."
funny.
It just seems too far away. You'd be too far away from the pitch.
I know.
You know what?
I
Here's the
know.
thing. I think it's like with most people, it's what you make of it, and that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people. Is that and from a lot of people that have actually changed their minds over the last couple of years as well. Is if you go in there and say, it's never going to be the Bowling, it's never going to be like it was at Upton Park, then
It's not.
then you're going to be disappointed because it's not.
There's no way to replicate that.
But you can't do that.
At the same time, we do, and we have spoken to on the show a lot of people who are adamant about just going to away matches, and they'll say that yes, Selhurst Park is definitely one of the better ones to go to if you want that old, Bowling feel. Even though it's not the same, but it's one of the closest things, I guess.
If you can get used to the smell of pee.
I mean, I definitely, when I go over there, like, want to go for a West Ham match, but would definitely love to catch like a championship or League Two side or something on a Sunday. Like,
Hell yeah,
real gritty football.
Yeah, we there's a big thing going on. There's a little like a Las Vegas West Ham event, but there's also like a lot of us American Hammers that are going to be planning a trip over to London and get a whole like American invasion of London and do like the plan is to do Arsenal away. And then Wolves at home in March. And so you get the best of both worlds, I guess you'd say, even though Emirates is kind of a shell. I mean, it's kind of like London Stadium in a way, that atmosphere. But at the same time, going to an away day doesn't matter. If you're with a bunch of, West Ham supporters, what does it really matter? Every time.
And it's about the pub as well, of course.
It definitely is.
All about the pubs.
I mean, we talked about this before, and I've talked about it a million times, and I'll mention it again. I went over there one time back in the 2017-18 season, the last two home matches. The first match I went to was against Manchester United. It was a boring 0-0 draw. So obviously this 0-0, the atmosphere is going to be a 0-0 atmosphere, at the stadium. And then I met some people and was hanging out with people for the next match, the last match of the season against Everton. And, the atmosphere was around the pub before and after the match was unreal. It was
Buzzing.
Fucking insane. It was night and day, man. It was amazing. And yeah, they ended up winning 3-1, which was awesome because Sam Allardyce was coaching the fucking Everton at the time. And Lanzini scored, Arnie scored. I mean, it was a great time. But the bottom line is the atmosphere was night and day, was my point. Yeah. So it is not, it was the result on the pitch, obviously, how the team is playing, first and foremost. And secondly, like Wayne was saying, what you make of it, really.
Plus, remember that interview that we did with Gio from Hammers Chat? Gio actually said to us, he actually went through and said, these are sections that you should probably want to sit in if you want a really engaging, stand-up, riotous time in the London Stadium. And he listed 4 or 5 different sections, didn't he, Tim?
Which is why it's our second most viewed episode, because people keep going back to it to find out what those what those sections are.
Which is why we won't write them down anywhere.
Yeah, we don't write them anywhere.
I think the experience at the London Stadium is better for people, though, because we've actually gotten comfortable to it and win at home now.
Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting slowly better.
Home teams.
It'll never be the same, obviously, but it's getting better. And here's the other thing. It holds more fans, so we don't have to worry about not getting a ticket if we want to go.
And as long as they spend that money, then that's fine with me.
Yeah, keep putting players on the pitch. That's all.
It looks like they plan on doing. I mean, it's so far so good. I mean, I don't know.
Come on, Maxi Gomez. Come on, Maxi Gomez.
We're all crossing our fingers because, I mean, a lot of us,
that would be amazing. We
don't know. Well, Chicharito's on his way out, and then we don't know what's going on with Arnie.
Well, did anyone see that picture on Twitter of Chicharito with the beer gut?
No.
Dude, he has got some chub. He looked like Chubberito. It was like, it was unbelievable. It looked like the picture of a guy that wanted out. That's what it looked like. And he still had the Cheeto Rito haircut, like the orange hair.
Dump a bunch of money at him, so because he knows he'll sell tickets down in Austin.
Oh God! Well, I mean, I'm about a 3.5 hour drive away from Austin. And I've been to like some of the Dallas MLS games. I used to go to them all the time, like a few years back. And and they have trouble trying to get 12, 15,000 in that stadium in Dallas. They sold out their season tickets within hours. They got like 35,000 tickets.
We don't
Season
know.
tickets already
Hold on.
sold out.
They're not playing till like 2021, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what the fuck is he going to do in the meantime?
I have such bitter feelings about Anthony Precourt and that whole Austin FC thing because I'm a Columbus Crew supporter and a lot of my
Oh yeah.
Like so there's a whole like I'm just like eat shit
if you watch
Precourt. And I don't care if you see this on the internet, you suck.
If you watch our interview with I think it was our first interview ever. It was with Kevin Grimm out of Columbus E13. He talked a lot about that situation. He's obviously a massive Columbus supporter.
It shows you it doesn't make any difference whether you're in England or you're in the United States. Where there's football, there are crooks and bad people out there that are ready to rob supporters blind, and they're out there just for their own benefit, and they don't really care, and they don't feel like they owe anything to the fan base. They really are.
Now that was Precourt's idea from the start when he first bought the team, because that whole clause, like I remember when it came out, they said he signed the contract. And it was like a 10-year clause. He couldn't move the team unless it was to Austin. And I was like, it was literally, and his whole selling, we're rebranding the club. We're going to change the badge. We believe in you. I was like, it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like he was ready to go. He was trying to do everything he could to quietly get that team out of there.
Yeah.
And like the way at the end of last season, like they, we're in the playoffs. They've got huge TV. And he's like, they were stifling how they let people into the stadium because they didn't want to see how full it looked on TV, and that they actually had support down there. And like I could go into a whole nother episode about that mess.
Well, you just mentioned about changing the badge. How did you feel when West Ham changed all of the branding and everything and got rid of the old castle?
I'm fine. It made sense to me. It's like we were going into a new stadium. The castle represented the Bowling Ground.
Well, it was just,
I know. It hurt, man.
Why would you abandon the best logo, the best design
It
for
was
a
a bad
badge?
one.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, but they had all, once you started looking back at the history of the badge and stuff too, it made sense.
I understand the marketing of it, but I mean,
It hurt. It
was
hurt
just
nonetheless, man. Yeah.
It was just a great logo.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That definitely. Yeah, it was definitely one of the best. Actually, yeah, probably one of the best logos.
They're letting off fireworks outside my apartment. Can you hear
Oh,
that?
fucking right. Nice.
Oh yeah, it's about to sound like 80s Beirut for the next 2 weeks in my neighborhood.
Oh wow.
He grew up in Worcester, like an hour away. Like we're gonna take off from the fort, take his dog, and then go like play foot golf down at the College of Worcester and like get away from the madness of the city for a night.
Oh, so you guys are in the city, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
I could see downtown Cleveland from my front porch.
Where do you guys go to the drink during game day?
We go to the Old Angle on 25th Street. It's a popular footy bar.
Yeah, it's like the home bar for all things football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
7:30 in the morning.
You guys get good numbers? You guys get visitors from outside pop in from time to time wearing a West Ham shirt, or?
Yeah, I mean there were definitely people, will research and, find us on, Facebook or whatever, give me a message. We're like, actually my buddy from Windsor, Mike, that's how I met him. We're actually really good friends now. Like he was like, hey, I'm coming down to Cleveland with my girlfriend. Like, want to watch this match? Like, where do I go? I'm like, yo, dude, we'll be up at the pub. Come on, come hang out. And people will reach out to us. The Cleveland Hammer started as me, Will, our friends Cody, Chris, and who else? Gary. And but Gary and Chris all live down in Akron, which is like 45 minutes away. Chris has like 3 kids. He's like a
tough
fighter. He's got a real crazy schedule. So
it's just the two of us.
It's pretty much It's like Cody comes out. We call it the gruesome twosome.
But it is a good football pub, and I mean, a lot of Tottenham fans and Liverpool fans.
Oh God!
And it's
the Tottenham fans try to claim it like it's their bar, while the owners and bartenders in the background going, we're taking everybody's money. We don't
That's
care.
awesome.
What? The Tottenham fans claim it's their bar, do they?
Yeah, they try.
It's a good place to go.
They were
a
part of the initial conversation to start opening the pub for matches. It was like a City fan, one of the Tottenham guys, and like I was kind of in the background, like, yeah, do it. So that's how the Spurs kind of laid claim to there at first, and they had the biggest group there for a while, but it's kind of dissipated a little bit. And they're all still our friends. Like
something.
You've got friends that are Tottenham
No,
fans?
it's hard to
Hang on,
mention
hold
my
on.
best friend's
Rewind here.
Spurs
Rewind.
fan.
Time out. Come back. Oh, hold on. You've got friends who are Spurs fans
I
because
do.
mostly, I've got to tell you, it doesn't matter where I've been, Spurs fans always seem to be have like one thing in common, and it's like a 2-part word. It's called douche bags.
Yeah, I would have said cuntiness.
Yeah, there's that as well.
we don't speak on match day. Let's put it that way. And if we do speak,
Fair enough.
it's usually a couple days afterwards. Then we talk again. Me and Will watch those games at my apartment. We don't go to the pub for that one.
Oh gosh,
I may have sprayed beer all over Spurs fans one time during a derby match, but that's okay.
Yeah, how was that last derby match? The one that we actually won there. The first goal at Stu Stadium, the first win at the new stadium.
Yeah.
How'd that go? I mean, how'd that go at the pub? Did you guys watch it at the pub?
You were up there for it.
Yeah.
weren't you? I was.
What was the atmosphere like with all those fucking spuds over there?
There weren't more than 5 that day.
Because it was early, wasn't it?
I think
No.
it was a 10. I think it was a 10. Oh,
Was
for
it?
9 for you, actually, yeah.
I couldn't remember. My work schedule on the weekend's crazy, so sometimes I just can't. I'm like, I can't get up for that. I'm sorry. I'll watch the highlights when I wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it wasn't too bad that morning, though. I mean,
That would have been the one you would have loved to have them all there,
yeah.
Every fucking last one of them.
We didn't think we were going to get a lot down in Dallas, and I think we had like 43 that day for that early game. And I remember the publicans for our pub, McSwiggan's Irish pub, said, do you think you'll be able to get enough people into this? I said, well, it's Tottenham, so we might be able to get like maybe 15.
Yeah.
And when I looked around and I was like, oh my God, we've got like 43 for this match today. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. Now, I got in a lot of aggravation afterwards because I went straight on Twitter. And of course, everyone was saying to me, oh, yeah, it's like your cup final, blah, 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 blah. And I got completely trolled by all of these Spurs fans on Twitter, big time. And I'm the sort of person that carries a grudge. So I made a note of every single one of those Spurs fans that completely trolled me. And in the pub, on the last game of the season, we were celebrating, of course, because we won the last game of the season. So we did the famous song "When Tottenham Fucked It Up." So when Spurs lost in that Champions League final, I made a point of sending that little video of us singing "When Tottenham Fucked It Up" to every single one of those freaking Tottenham fans that trolled me. I had such a wonderful time doing that.
Actually, the first West Ham match I ever went and watched at the Angle was we beat them 3-0 at home at White Hart when Ravel Morrison ran the pitch.
Yeah, the
yes,
the 4-6-0
rolling, and they're all just like turned to me, and I just got the biggest fucking shit-eating grin. I'm the only hammer in the entire bar, just like, what's up, boys?
That was bananas, man. They fucking 4-6-0. No fucking strikers that match, and Sam Allardyce pulled that out of his fucking ass, and it was one of the most beautiful matches I've ever seen.
I almost wore that kit today. That's one of my favorite kits.
That's the genius of Fat Sam.
Well, what did you think of the times with Sam in control? Because he was a controversial manager. How did you feel about his times being the manager?
Overall,
I enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, they were right to let him go. He's only going to take you so far, but he's steady Eddie, and he'll keep you up. And
yeah,
I mean, I don't have any animosity towards the man. But
yeah, he came in and did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He's stuck in his way. He's stuck in his way.
That's the thing. We all don't think that he could have taken us much farther.
No.
Yeah, I think he might have done a better job than Slav did. The next, maybe not the. Actually, no. Yeah, the last year of the Boleyn, I think Sam could have done the same fucking job. I think a monkey could have done that fucking job.
Do you think players? Do you think that 2016 season with Bilic was just the players that he was?
Players and the atmosphere, the everything, the aura, the fans, everything. It was Payet had a lot to do with it.
Your centerpiece, like
it was all the snake.
Elevates everybody around him.
And fucking Payet left, and then fucking Slav couldn't control himself. His true colors showed as a manager. He's a shit fucking manager. Everywhere he's gone, he's done shit except fucking Turkey. You know what I mean?
Oh, he got West Brom.
I don't know how.
I have a friend that's a Yankees fan, and he was like, "Yo, dude, like, what's up with this guy?" And I'm like,
Well, why not West Brown? I mean,
well, that's true. I don't know.
that
Well,
seems
I listen. Great, he's a nice guy, I guess. And that's what everybody keeps saying. He's a fucking nice guy, and they just don't remember how he left us as a player because he wanted to play at a better club, bigger club, which was Everton, and he completely fucking screwed us in the asshole. But everybody forgets about that. But they'll remember Jermaine Defoe and now Nigel Rio-Coker and fucking everybody else who supposedly fucked us when we had opportunities to bring them back. But because it was a managerial capacity, Slav's the hero. Anyway, that's my rant for the night.
that's a good one.
Bottom line is Sam did a great job. What he did, like you said, Murph and Will, he did a great job for what he was.
I felt sorry for him. One time I actually felt truly sorry for him was during the World Cup, and there was a picture of him going into a pub over in England, sitting down watching England play. It was after he got the sack from the England job.
Yeah.
Sitting down, drinking a pint, watching it on the TV. But he actually brought a Big Mac in from McDonald's and was sitting down eating a Big Mac from McDonald's, watching it on TV.
He would have done.
Like, oh, how the mighty have fallen!
He would have done fantastic for England. He would have done magnificent for England. If he had better players at his disposal, he would have done a fucking great job. It's just he was set up, man. That's fucked up. That was fucked up what that journalist did him.
It was stupid.
Yeah,
we all know there's shit in everybody's backyards. We get it, okay?
Yeah,
like,
fucking let the guy manage. He was doing great. I mean, he was what? He's 1-0 as an England manager. He's 100% record.
Yeah.
100% winning percentage as England manager.
Best England manager ever.
No, but we were. I got sidetracked, but the whole point was that he, as a manager for West Ham, the most frustrating thing was he always said in press conferences and pre-match and even post-match, he was either I'll settle for a draw against the big boys, or at least we drew today against the bigger clubs versus go out there and try to fucking win and try to motivate everybody and the fans and everybody else to get excited to try to fucking beat Manchester United or Arsenal. Like it's not that you can't do it,
I mean, he also was a very matter-of-fact manager. Like,
I guess
I'm telling you, this is how it is.
Yeah.
And he didn't come in and try and schmooze us and say, I'm going to play the West Ham way, did he? He came in and said, I'm going to play football the way I know, how I know to coach it. Okay. And that's what I'm going to bring to this club.
We're still talking about
Yeah, seriously.
It's one of those things that,
you have to love the guy. He's a character.
It's easy
Tim,
to
you
talk
want
to
him back.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe a little bit.
Pellegrini out, Sam in, bring old Big Sam back.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing you can say about Fat Sam, there are certain players that he hung on to that other managers didn't.
Well, a little bit later, not right now, but a little bit later, one of the polls we'll end up talking about, it will have to do with bringing back Payet. So we'll get into that later. Right now, no big fucking Sam. Listen, I'm going to go into the chat room real quick. I know it's not quite halfway time, but I might as well because this thing's blowing up.
I'm going to sneak away for another White Claw, okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah. So we got Ben from Denver, who we had on recently. He said, what's up to everybody, blah, blah, blah. Gabe's in there. Hello, everyone. We also have Wally World, who's in every freaking episode we do, which is awesome. Gabe and Wally. We got a new guy, Ratters43. What's up,
Ratters?
Ratters 43. I think he's the English guy who's living in New Mexico.
Oh, blimey.
I think so, yeah. We got Neil Hogan from Down Under watching like 10:30 in the morning over there.
Yeah, Neil's turned into quite a regular, hasn't he?
He is, man. I love Neil, yeah. We're probably going to try to figure out a way to get him on the show.
Neil's a big Sophia Loren fan. We were swapping stories about Neil.
Right?
Neil says that shows you how much older he is than me because I said my first pin-up poster was Farrah Fawcett.
We also got Liam Richards in there. Liam's he's been in a few times. That's awesome. And Kevin from Columbus, Ohio is in here. And he said, what did he say? He said, you guys know, I guess you guys were mentioning different people that you guys drink with down there in Cleveland. He said, what about Justin? I don't know if that.
Yeah, Justin Eastick.
Yeah. And then oh God, he said, good Lord, who let the fucking hippies in here?
Well, it's funny because when I met all those Columbus dudes, I had like no beard, and my hair was like high and tight, like super clean cut.
The picture,
Like,
the picture I was promoting the first time around. You were all clean shaven. I don't recognize you at all, man.
I
That's
just
funny.
I got tired of cutting my hair and shaving, and I have a career that allows me to do it.
I'm so
like,
fucking
why
lazy.
not?
I'm telling you, yeah.
Yeah,
We got
I'm like, okay.
Scott
grow a
Davis
beard
in
more.
here too. Everybody keeps saying over and over again, boring to watch but hard to beat for Big Fat Sam. There's a lot of Big Fat Sams in there
Type 1
from everybody.
puffball, the old Fat Sam puff.
I just like anyone who's as fat as I am.
Looks like everybody wants to drink because they're asking me to mention James Tompkins. James Tompkins.
Oh,
there we go.
James Tompkins.
There you go. My favorite, my hammer of
Hell of a player, hell of a footballer.
he was one of my favorites of all time. I always gravitate towards defenders as my favorite players. So he was definitely one of my favorite. And also he was an academy player. And so that was extra special for me. And I love Jack Collison too. So like, those two came up together, and I was devastated with Jack's injury career. And then when James left, that's why I hate fucking Slaven Bilic so much, because he fucking let him go. He thought that Winston Reid was gonna be a better option. Where the fuck is Winston Reid? Who the fuck is Winston Reid? Does anybody know who the fuck Winston Reid is anymore?
We should.
Right.
Tompkins was totally affordable. We should have kept him.
Yeah, I think so, man. I know. They
football.
got fucking $12.5 million for him though. I was kind of impressed with that, but at the same time,
It was time for him to go.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
I can remove you right here. I can hit the remove button.
It was time for him to go.
Gabe says he's more of a
I
Ginge
was
fan
bummed
himself.
about
I'm like,
Kevin Nolan goal, but I still accepted it.
Kevin Nolan's the other thing. Yeah, that's another one that
We were just
I think
watching
the
every
fans-
Kevin Nolan goal.
Yeah.
Came on.
Listen,
that guy.
this guy that we're going to be having on our show sometime, and we're actually going to try to work in a new show on our channel about moments in West Ham history. That this guy Dan Coker, Dan_Coker on YouTube, he compiles all of every Kevin Nolan goal, every Ian Bishop goal, every Frank Lampard Jr. goal from West Ham history. He'll have YouTube videos of just the goals, and he'll in the description have the date of each goal and who what number that they were in order.
Every Tim Millican rant about James Tompkins.
Listen.
Well,
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of people telling me I'm angry in the fucking chat.
Yeah, I got that. Look, Tim, you're so angry, man.
I don't know what's up, man. Listen, I have this job at work. I got to sit down now, and I got this knot in my back that feels like someone's digging a fucking knuckle in there. I won't let it out. I'm like, get off me already, man. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit of pain tonight.
Go, pay for a nice rub
Jesus, this fucking coffee's just not kicking in.
down.
All right, anyway, so where were we? All right, chat room's over. Let's get into the polls. Let me get that cracking. Sorry. So basically, we have a friendship with Hammers Polls, at Hammers Polls on Twitter, and you can go
The first and original opinion poll.
You can go to hammerspolls.com. Good stuff. So anyway, the first question is, would you guys can answer this in whichever order you want. Take your time with these answers as well. Feel free.
Do you guys follow Hammers Polls on Twitter?
I don't really mess around with Twitter that much.
What?
You either do or you
What?
don't.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that don't. Trust me, and I'm one of them. I have to.
You need to sign up now and follow me, because I'm trying to beat this Manchester United geezer to 1,000
Will
followers.
doesn't have anything to do with the internet.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't. He has no Facebook, none of that. He wants nothing to do with it.
You're kidding me.
You can't find him on the internet.
Well, good for you, man. Seriously,
Wow.
I wish I could do that,
Like a
but
serial killer.
all right. So let's start with Will then. Will, would you prefer Payet or a box-to-box midfielder this window? Was that your answer, or are you laughing?
Payet. I mean, I was watching this. I don't know. Somebody put up a video of his 2016 season, and it would be to combine his individual brilliance with, let's say it's Anderson, Lanzini, Fornals. I think that would be a absolutely devastating attack, and I would.
But here's the thing, though, right? Would it be the 2015-16 Payet, or the 2018-19 Payet? Because the last couple of seasons, he's
well,
not been all that.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Wayne. But he hasn't had the best talent around him either. You know what I mean?
I
It's
can't
like
say that
sticking fucking Messi on Burton Albion or fucking Morecambe. You know?
Yeah, I can't say that I've watched him at Marseille, but I don't know.
All right.
Maybe I'm just being nostalgic, but watching his 2016 highlights, I mean, he's one of the best players in the world in that moment, and I can't believe that his game has fallen off that drastically.
He's 32
I would love
years
a
old.
box-to-box midfielder to replace Nobes, even though I love him to death and he's my favorite player, but yeah, no, I'm going to go with Payet over a box-to-box midfielder, unless it's, I don't know. I mean, who are we? What box-to-box midfielder are we talking about?
Any. The best in the world.
Basically, just saying any box-to-box midfielder or Payet, I guess. You know,
The best in the world.
I had all day. Payet.
Well, that's a ridiculous hypothetical. I mean, Payet might being signed is far more probable than. I mean, who do we rank as the best box-to-box midfielder? And is there any way we could ever afford him?
Yeah, I don't think we can afford him. That's the point. You know, we can definitely afford Payet at $6 million. $6 million. That's less than Jordan Hughlesworth.
Remember when those little rumors came out that he was contemplating a move back?
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, yeah, we were like, yep, come on, I forgive you for everything. Come on.
I mean, would you? I mean, if you could pay his quota, I mean, you would. I mean, you'd take him, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Before Murph gets into this, basically what we know right now is that he's willing, or Marseille is willing to sell him for $6 million to us. Okay, that's insane. Right? And secondly, yes, he's 32 years old, but whatever. The point is, he's willing to take a reduced salary. So that kind of like, it's kind of his. I can't say goodwill. I mean, that's what people are saying. It's his goodwill for fucking. For all the bullshit he put us through. He feels bad. We don't know if he feels bad or not, but the whole point is he did play a major fucking part in our history. He did a lot of great things for us. Yeah, he fucking set us in put us in a bad spot, but I don't think that was all his fault. Here's the thing. Like, when you have someone that has that skill, like you said, Will, is that skill gone? I don't know if that skill is gone. And I feel that if you put, like you said, Anderson and Lanzini and good, class talent around him, he's a class player. That'll bring that out in him, I think. And at 32 years old, I don't expect him to play fucking 36 to 38 games. You know what I mean? Especially on a reduced salary and fucking only for a $6 million transfer. That's I think that's a sweet fucking deal. It's worth a shot, worth a punt, as I guess they say.
I think it's definitely a gamble that you could take for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting you to say fuck no.
No. We were saying that the last time that those rumors came around that he was going to come back, and we're just like sitting in the pub, like, yep, go ahead. I forgive you for everything. You just come back and play like you did. I don't want to be friends with these guys. I just want them to win football games for my team.
That's it. I think. See, that's the thing. I don't give a shit about all the bullshit behind the scenes. I give a shit about what they do on the pitch. And there's a lot of fans, and a lot of supporters, especially on the Twitter that you guys don't use, that are all hell bent on. It's a fucking disgrace that we're even talking about it or thinking about. He's a fucking prick. He put Noble and everybody else in a bad spot. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
I understand why he did what he did, and a lot had to do with Bilic. That's what he said when he left. He was like, boring defensive West Ham. That's why I left. He's like, I wasn't allowed. It put him in an attacking system like Pellegrini has. He might, cater to his side a little bit better.
So you don't think that was a bit selfish then?
I do.
Oh, absolutely.
There's rumors that it was actually more about his family. Something shit, some bullshit went down back home, and he wanted to get close to home. He got homesick and shit because there was a lot of bullshit going on back home. He left. I don't know. I mean, whatever the case may be.
Left France for London. It rains all the time in London. Like that there.
Yeah.
You're used to looking at the Eiffel Tower, and then you went to London. Which we love London, but
it's in Marseille. Marseille's no great place. The streets smell of piss.
Everything smells like piss. Akron smells like piss.
Look, it sounds like we've got three forgiving souls here. So you've got three in favour of Payet instead of a box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah.
Is that what I think I can see here?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna take the side of all the pissing moaners, all the old farts on Twitter. Then it said no fucking way.
You guys want to hear? Oh God, go ahead. Why?
No way.
Why?
He shit on us from a great height.
Get over it.
No, I'm not going to get over it. I'm not going to get over it. He shit on us from a great height. We never found out exactly why he left. He left us in a shambles. Not only did he leave us in a shambles, but pretty much like the way Arnie messed on us all over Christmas, and left us.
Fault that Slav is a shit manager.
Okay, I'm looking for the mute button. Where's the mute button? Okay. It's not his fault that Slav was who he was, but it is his fault the way he reacted to it. And a decent human being and a professional would have done much better than what he did. He handled it appalling. Yeah. We're talking about footballers who are human beings like anybody else and had the ability to turn around and say, I'm gonna lift myself above this situation. I'm gonna work out my contract. Remember, he just got a big freaking pay rise before all this crap blew up.
Yeah.
So he got a lot of money, okay, and then he just basically turned around and he pretty much went on strike and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm picking up my toys. I'm gonna go sleep in my pram like a little baby and suck my thumb until you do what I want you to do."
It's true. It's true.
So and on top of it, he's 32 years of age. I'm sorry, we've got Anderson, we've got Fornals. I'd rather have friggin' Snodgrass with all of his balls than Payet. And I've had my rant now. I'll undo the mute button. There you go. And you can have your show back, Timothy.
All right, so let's just. Well, there's actually 600 votes on that on Hammer's poll, and
and they're all saying fuck Payet.
55, 45. 55% say box-to-box midfielder. 45% say Payet.
He's a snake.
That's fucking close.
He's a snake. He's a snake. I hope he breaks his leg.
So hold on. If Pellegrini and Huselos fucking signed him, you're telling me you wouldn't trust them, or you're saying that you'd be upset?
I say that Pellegrini and
if they feel that they can get something out of him, I would trust that. No.
I think that Pellegrini and Huselos are human beings just like anyone else, and they're allowed their one mistake. And I think that if they sign him and he does fantastic for us, I think I'm allowed my one mistake as well.
What's that, Will?
No, I got a question though for everyone. I mean, how realistically plausible do you think us signing Payet is versus like us signing, Maxi Gomez, which I think is a long shot? Wayne, don't just look at me.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll sign Payet. I think we'll sign Maxi Gomez. I don't think we'll sign Payet.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope so.
I think Pellegrini desperately wants Maxi Gomez. I think Payet was like, he's possibly available. I don't think Payet was ever on the radar. And I don't think he's part of the plan. I don't think we'll sign Payet.
But back to Payet not wanting to live in England. What if Maxi Gomez wants to play at Valencia and doesn't want to move to London?
Then we won't sign him. Then we won't sign him.
Drop that $6 million. Let's go. Sign him.
All right. The other question, after I get through scroll through these fucking trolls. Actually, I'm sorry.
I've got it.
This fucking
trolls. Haters gonna hate.
There's one troll actually. He's fucking.
Do you need it? I've got it up.
Yeah, go for it, man. I can't find it through this guy's fucking.
Okay.
He won't shut the fuck up.
Okay, it's a question from Green Street Hammers.
Oh, there we go.
That the Hammers polls put up there, and is where do you prefer Marko Arnautovic playing when he's at its best? Either wing or forward? And I'll have the first reply in China. Wing or forward, lads?
I want him up top. You can put him up top alone all day. It's great. And when he turns his back to a defender and just asks that midfielder for the ball, like, put it here. I'm going to burn him. It's so nice to watch.
What do you reckon?
Wait, what'd you say?
Will?
What about what? What are we talking about?
Wait,
Whether you prefer Arnautovic as a winger.
you're the one with the
That's
short hair. You're not supposed to be a complete bonehead. Come on.
That's a ridiculous question. I mean, you know what? To isolate him out on the wing now, and you have two great wingers. No.
Right.
Okay, Tim, I have to make this point.
Why do you think I wanted to do
Well,
this?
no. Actually, no. It doesn't serve to our purpose. It was Moyes. It wasn't Bilic. It was Moyes that decided Arnautovic is a central striker, and he was spot on it. Spot on.
You're right.
Blaine would say.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
It was his one correct decision.
No, but it was.
Fuck off.
It was a great piece of football.
It might have
vision.
saved our season that year.
I mean, the man's
He's a brute.
obviously a natural central striker.
It got to, yes, I understand, but I feel that it got to his head. I feel that we how do I put it? It's kind of like I know you guys are gonna hate this, but like Belichick's fucking Patriots, man. Even the small bit players have a fucking role in the team. You know what I mean? For a championship team, I feel that Moyes had converted. Which worked. He converted him to a striker temporarily, but Arnautovic fucking decided that it's going to get to his head that he's a striker now. He's not. He's a fucking winger. That's what he was trained as a child, as a teenager, and as a early young adult, and all the way up until fucking Stoke City and his entrance into West Ham. Winger.
I
Fucking winger.
I think
ready to go.
He's obviously a striker. I mean, he's proven it. Moyes brought.
But remember, here's the caveat though.
Moyes is a genius.
When he's playing at his best, and he obviously doesn't want to play at his best as a winger, does he?
They all are. You're trying to manage, 20 different
No,
I'm
personalities.
ignoring the fact that you said Moyes is a fucking genius, but anyway.
No, I'm being facetious, but I mean Arnautovic, the guy's got he's got a real fucking attitude problem. You don't know what
you think.
But
you think much.
But yes, but am I going to put him on the wing now?
No, never, ever.
I'll put him on a chicken wing. Put him on a chicken wing diet, and then have him strike all bloody day long.
I hope he changes his tune and realizes that he's fucking up his career. And at the latest stage, I mean, there's he's not a young man. And to want to go to China or it's just silly.
I don't think China wants him. I really don't. I don't know who the fuck his brother is. His brother's brilliant.
All that shit.
Exactly.
All that shit.
Exactly. I don't
He's
think
your brother because he gets a cut of the money if he goes somewhere.
it's because the Chinese, they don't speak English, and they didn't know that fucking Arnie's brother was saying all this in the media because they don't read the papers in England, and fucking it was a perfect storm, you know.
We read the papers in England. We read the funnies.
No,
we read the funnies. We read page 3, and then we got turn to the sports section.
Seeing the funny people.
I'm just joking, but my
The
point.
whole of the chat room is all saying up top, striker.
Yeah, well, they don't know what the fuck's going on.
I feel like I'm in like a bad scene from X-Men. Striker, where is he?
Yeah, well, listen. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right?
Great.
Just
because I have an opinion doesn't mean you have to listen to it.
Well, they have to listen to mine every week.
Well, yeah.
But it's literally just an opinion. Listen, I don't know if you guys watched the show before, but there was a point where it was leading up to the Hammer of the Year. I'd be talking shit about Fabianski, saying he's not the fucking Hammer of the Year. You know, Declan Rice is the Hammer of the Year. He plays. Long story short, it was half joking. I mean, it doesn't mean I hate Fabianski. Everybody's talking like I fucking hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. He's a good player. I just don't think he's Hammer of the Year. That's all. I don't like goalies for Hammer of the Year. I just hate goalies.
But some of those saves he made this year were just. I said
some
he
of
could
the
have
goals he let in were stupid. But some of the goals he let in were like fucking childish.
No,
Seriously, 53 of them. I mean, He conceded 53 goals. Everybody forgets that. Oh, but he made 185.
That's the life of a goalie, though. That's the life of a goalie. You're either like stopping fantastic goals, or you're letting them in. It's you can't have it middle of the road as a goalie, can you?
One job. Don't let them in.
Yeah,
Do not
but
concede.
but he was as good as it is anyway.
Yeah, he was.
And he had, and for a lot of the time, our back four was in shambles.
I don't hate Fabianski. I'm not saying, you know, but people keep thinking I hate him. Just
I would have given it.
No, I agree with you. I don't think he should have been Hammer of the Year. I should have thought. I thought it should have been Snodgrass.
I love what old Pellegrini's done with Snotty, man. I love it.
It should
We
have
call
been
him
James
groundskeeper
Tompkins.
Snotty, like, you know, from the
Yeah.
Should have been James Tompkins.
Yeah.
Like, he comes on, we're like, oh, groundskeeper Snotty's coming on. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh shit! You better love Fabianski when you get his jersey this season. All right, thanks, buddy.
I might get that green keeper kit this year. It's not.
Hashtag Tim hates Fab. That's fucking. These guys are going crazy. That's awesome. Hello, Ray. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it, and everybody else that's in there. Thanks, guys. What else was there? What else is there, man? Oh, 10 questions, man.
Oh, 10 quick fire questions.
There we go.
Oh, my favorite part of the whole entire show.
10 questions, yeah. You got
Okay, so Tim, do you reckon I should do them like individually too, or I'll just shoot out and get them?
Shoot it out, and then they each answer. And listen,
Okay.
whatever order you guys pick, stick with that order. Like if one of you goes
Yep.
first, then we keep going first.
Well, I'm gonna choose for them. So we're gonna have Will go first, and then Murph, you answer second. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. No. So the whole idea of this is not to think about it too much. To go with your gut answer. Okay. So Murph, try hard.
Oh, come on.
Okay. So here you go. Who is your favorite West Ham player in the current squad?
Will?
You gotta go.
Declan.
There you go. Go in.
Murph.
Anderson.
Okay. Who frustrates you most in the current West Ham squad? Will.
Masuaku.
Good one.
Murph.
Same. Absolutely.
Okay. Who will be Hammer of the Year next year? Will.
Declan.
Good boy.
Reynolds.
Yeah, that's who I picked this year.
Murph.
Bernals.
There you go.
Who?
Fornals.
Bernals.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Would you prefer to win the FA Cup next year or get a top
FA
6
Cup.
finish?
There
okay.
you go. Good one.
FA Cup all day. Nice one. I like these lads.
You know what?
I like these lads.
This is the year.
This is it.
This is the
Okay.
year, man.
What do you love about West Ham, Will?
What do I love about West Ham?
Yeah.
You.
Me? Gee, thank you. Okay, how about you, Murphy?
I'm from a working class town, and I love a working class team.
Beautiful. Okay, Will, what do you hate about West Ham?
The stadium.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Murph?
They're basically the Cleveland Browns of the Premier League.
We have mentioned that in the show before, too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Will, what team do you love to beat?
Spurs.
Yeah.
Murphy?
Spurs all day.
Yeah.
Liverpool
Okay.
close second.
Mine's Man U. Okay, here you go. Will, this is your one. Dig deep. Dig deep. This is a very deep question. What's your favorite curse word?
Shit cunt.
There you go. Good enough.
Murphy, your favorite curse word?
Good old fuck. You can
Yeah.
use it. It's so versatile.
That's a good one, man.
That was fun. Is that it?
Murphy, what's yours?
Wait. Oh,
Wait,
fuck.
we didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my
we couldn't
swear
hear it.
word's
You
fuck.
cut out.
He's a classicist.
I'm a classic one, man. It's so versatile. You can use it in so many applications.
Okay, here's another deep one for you. Will, name a player, past or present, that epitomizes West Ham United.
Scott Parker.
Nice one. How about you, Murphy?
Julian Dix.
Yes.
That's
Okay, now here's one. This is our final question, And I'm going to send this one first to Murphy, since you went second every other time.
Okay.
So, Murphy, if you took a time machine back to meet Bobby Moore when he was still alive, what would you say to him?
I would just shake his hand. And I wouldn't say, I'm not like a star fucker. So, like, I would just shake his hand. Nice to meet you, sir. And keep doing what you're doing.
Cool. How about you, Will?
Ask him if he want to buy me a pint.
That's it. You guys did a great job. Tim.
Cheers.
That was fun.
The chat room is blowing up, man. So, Cam from Tampa, who is actually now from Knoxville, hopped in. So he's hopping from the Tampa Hammers, which he was, he was running down there. Now he's up in Knoxville with those guys. So that's awesome.
Okay.
The FA Cup is. I'm telling you right now, the FA Cup is for Noble this year, man. We got to get one for Noble before he fucking retires and stuff, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
And just with the
I
kits
think
and everything
so.
this year, like the nostalgia, just the whole 9 yards, it's just everything's aligning, man. And Fornal
But how-
looks fucking sick.
How good was Noble in the final game of the season?
Oh, my God.
He was.
Oh,
nasty,
he was
man.
just- he was
Final
a
couple
beast.
games, yeah, even like a few games before that, he was starting to really
No,
take
yeah,
stride, man. But the problem is again, like same thing with Antonio, but they both need to be consistent. You know, that's the problem. I hope it continues, but again, with that long of a break, who the fuck knows? You know, I think that this year is the year, though. I'm gonna try
When
not
you were
to fucking be
asking
negative.
most frustrating player, I was either thinking Antonio or Masuaku, but Masuaku for sure.
I'd say, well, mine's Fredericks.
Yeah.
Mine's Fredericks because he fucking doesn't know how to pass the ball to anybody except his own teammate.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
he's the fastest player on the team, but he cannot
He's the
pass his own fucking
fastest
teammate.
It's
Like,
true, but he's super young.
He is young.
He's not. He's 25. In football years, that's like 56. You know, not quite 70. Like Noble.
He's only got one Prem season under his belt.
I know, but you can't teach fundamentals to a 25-year-old in England. That's the problem. But that's the thing. So that's why I'm glad Zabaletta's still there, and hopefully he can bitch slap him a few times and say, "Listen, kid."
See, for me, this year, the
you
most
pass the
frustrating
ball.
player had to be Arnautovic. I mean, just the mental
The drama
issues this
and
year.
all that bullshit. Yeah.
The drama, it was frustration.
know,
It was
he's so
just because it was so on this year. It was so on, and then those last like 3-4 games, he was on again. If he can just keep his head straight, he's a class striker.
Yes, for sure.
If he can
Time will
keep his
tell.
head straight.
Time will tell.
That's all we can
Yeah,
do. is
let's
ride
hope he
it
can
out
do it.
for
Let's just hope he can do it because, like you guys said, you know, we've got a really really good squad,
We do.
and the sort of pickups that we're getting right now it's looking like, you know, I mean, all of the teams in the Premiership are looking good apart from Chelsea.
I don't know what you guys think, Will and Murph, but here's the thing. I think that this year this will be the first year in years that will be limited with injuries. Like, what do you think about that? Because I have a feeling that
Bite your tongue.
will have his year this year, man. And I think that Yarmolenko will come back strong, and I think that
Me
Lanzini
too.
will come back strong if we keep him. And if that's the case, then fuck everybody else. We'll be the next Leicester City. You know what I mean? Like going straight up to the top. But the cup is ours for sure this year. You know? What do you guys
Will
think
and I
about
are
the
kind of
injuries
torn on
thing?
Yarmolenko. Will and I are a little torn on. I can't wait for him to come back. I thought what he showed us was amazing.
Yeah.
Will's kind of like we could probably.
I'm excited about him. The verdict's still out for me just because he played so little.
Yeah, I can see
He
that.
had that great game against Everton, and I've seen his highlight reel. Like, I know what he's capable of. But for me, and this is what I'm excited about for this season is for me, he's not in my starting 11 right now.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the first time we're starting to acquire some depth. And if we can bring in Gomez, that would be wild. But
Which is awesome. I hope they
or
don't.
another strong midfielder. I mean,
Yeah. I just hope that they don't rush anybody like they did with Lanzini last year. I don't think Lanzini was 100%, and it showed, you know, in his performances. Like, he'd have a few nasty passes, like sick passes, and then the next minute he's fucking letting one go by him, and he looks like he's rusty. And I think they forced him to that. It could have risked even further injury, and that's why I'm kind of glad that they kept Yarmolenko out the whole season. And he had a chance to come back with a couple games left, and they just said, "You know what? We're just going to save him."
what's the point?
Exactly. So, and I hope even still they don't rush him into the start of the season either. Even though they're saying that he should, or even ex-West Ham employees saying that he should be healthy, but I don't know. So here, one last question, guys. I got one in the chat room here that's actually pretty good.
What's up?
How many players do you think we'll get before the transfer window closes? And that's from Ray Bourne. Thanks, Ray.
Ooh, that's interesting.
How many more do you think we'll get before the end of the window?
I'm gonna hope and say 2.
Yeah, 2 would be good.
I said we need 2. But yeah, I think if we get more, great. If we don't,
2 to 3. Yeah, I mean, we just got some people just fill some depth spots and things like that.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we could get a somewhat box-to-box midfielder, and I don't know. We could use another. We could use another center back.
We could. Yeah, we've been linked with a few.
We could use a left or a right back.
Yeah.
We need a forward.
Well, they're saying with right back.
What if Arnautovic stays?
Yeah.
We still need a forward.
Well,
he's a forward. Don't worry.
You know, Yarmolenko and Antonio can also play forward. They're not natural forwards, but they can both play forward. So
True.
If we keep them, there's rumors that Antonio's going to West Brom to reunite with fucking fuckface over there.
Man, you hate me.
Listen, fucking James Tompkins is my favorite fucking player. I'll never forgive that motherfucker. Anyway, I don't think I'll ever get monetized from this YouTube channel either because I swear so much. Or any more sponsors, but anyway. So
I've got to show this.
White Claw sponsor.
Oh yeah.
Look, my daughter did this to me for Father's Day.
Oh,
he's got a West Ham logo.
darling little drawing. Man, she drew you pretty skinny there, buddy.
Yeah, seriously, right? She sees me skinny with hair.
Well, it's funny anytime because the Dallas Hammers have been all over NBC during the games, and like anytime they show your pictures, I'm like, to Will, I'm like, hey, wait, I know that guy. We're friends on the internet. And now I'm like, oh, hey, remember that guy I kept pointing out on the TV? We're actually talking about.
We have you guys mentioned before we go. You guys mentioned right back, and now we do have Ben Johnson, and if he's healthy, then that would. I mean, he showed against Man City that he could probably hang.
I'd like to see him get some time.
I'd like to see him get some time too, and there's someone in here saying replace Cresswell, and I think we've discussed that in the past, where between Antonio and Cresswell, they're getting up there in football years. Age, and if we're going to get any money for them at all, this would be the time to do it. And since they've both been inconsistent, I think that yes, we probably should sell them both. But I don't know. What do you guys
Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
I
don't think so.
No.
I mean, but you said you were nervous about Masuaku too. So are you thinking that we do need another left back?
Well, I mean, real quick, like assuming we don't get one, do you fancy Cresswell or Masuaku?
Masuaku.
I fancy Masuaku.
I do too.
Yeah, because
because what he brings going forward.
Yeah,
but he can't defend with fuck off.
Yeah, he's 50-50 on that. I mean, I'd say he defends better than fucking dipshit over there on the right. What's that kid's name? Fredericks. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hashtag that fucking in the chat room there, buddy.
Shit on the right.
What's his name?
Tim hates Fredericks.
Yeah, but he's Declan's boy, so whatever, no big deal. It's just he needs to learn how to defend a little bit better. But anyway, I think Masuaku is more effective in defense than him, and also he's more effective like passing the fucking ball. So and he can score. So I like Masuaku. It's just he's inconsistent, just like everybody else in the fucking squad. So right? We need a changing consistency.
With the exception of Declan.
Yo, Declan's just sick. He's consistent. That's why I said Hammer of the Year, man. You said that too. For this year,
his season last year was great too. He lost his starting spot and he had to actually earn it back, and he did, and he flourished. They put the pressure on him, and he stepped up to the plate and was like, "Yeah, I got this."
Dude, he's like a fucking young Bobby Moore. If you ever watch the thing I love about watching Bobby Moore is look at his fucking demeanor and face when he's playing and in fucked up situations.
Just calm.
He's this calm. Yep. No big deal. That's Declan Rice, man.
At all times.
And I see the same thing in Declan Rice, man.
I do too.
He bosses that midfield.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's about 10 in the evening over here in the East Coast. This is about time to wrap it up. Is there anything else you guys want to mention before we go? Like, if you want, if you might want to mention the bar again. So if anyone is in the area, come visit you guys.
If anybody's in Cleveland looking to place to watch a match, hit us up on Facebook in the Cleveland Hammers. It's the Old Angle Tavern on West 25th in Cleveland, Ohio.
Ask for Matty Franks. He'll take care of you.
He's the best damn bartender in the land.
Awesome.
Other than that, yeah, thanks for having us, guys. This was really fun. It's the first time I got to meet you guys in person, and really, we'll definitely do this again. Please have us back.
Absolutely.
Really
Listen, we
you guys rocked.
Seriously.
If there's one thing we love doing is getting drunk and talking West Ham. So
there we go. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to figure out ways to add more content in the show and try to fill up the whole week. Because all of us hosts over here, we alternate and stuff like that and spread it out. So there's always something going on, and that means we also need more guests to come back. So if you guys are willing to come back, I'll keep that in mind. Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, for Will and Murph, thanks you guys so much, man. Thanks, Cleveland Hammers. Wayne, thanks, brother, man. You want to mention anything? You want to mention anything before we leave?
I'm still waiting for Jameson to write out a big check for Isla Catton.
I'm gonna send you a bottle of Jameson.
There you go. I do got to mention that we have 1 day left, I think, in our t-shirt campaign before we actually switch over and make a new design. I appreciate everyone who's bought a shirt so far. We've sold a crew neck sweatshirt with no hood. I couldn't believe that. But thank you, whoever bought that. That's awesome. Awesome. And then, the long sleeve tees, I get it. And we sold like 3 of those. We sold like 18 t-shirts and 2 hoodies. So thank you guys so much for purchasing it. 20%. Once the campaign ends, 20% of it is split up between the DT38 Foundation and Isla's Fight. So thank you guys for helping out with that. Also, it's going to happen again with our new campaign. It's just we're going to be adding a different design to change things up, and hope that you guys buy that.
Buy some shirts. Don't be cheap.
Come on.
Thank you.
Support the cause.
Thank you, Peter John, for popping in there last minute. I appreciate that. In the chat room. Thanks to everybody in the chat room tonight. That was fantastic. A whole lot of banter going on there. If you guys want to check out this video afterward, you guys in Cleveland, make sure you check out the live chat, man. It'll be up there too, and it's kind of funny banter.
It's hilarious.
Now,
we're ready. Let's go.
last couple things I got to mention is drinkwaredesign.com again. Thank you so much. Drinkwaredesign.com. Link in the description. Also, Strava Craft Coffee. I ran out tonight. This is the last of it right here. I don't know. I need more coffee, Strava Craft. Thank you so much. And lastly, there was Discord. If anybody who watches this is into Discord, check out any of our forms of social media. We have a link up there somewhere that you can join our chats. It literally goes on 24 hours a day. I had to shut off notifications because my thing just keeps pinging that someone's in the chat room going
I'm
crazy.
glad I'm not the only one that did that, because I had to do it last night myself. I was like, good God, what's going on here?
Christ. But no, listen, thank you everybody who's in there. We've been discussing the the Las Vegas event. We've been discussing Football Manager. We've been discussing non-West Ham topics, primarily West Ham stuff, and also a proposed trip to England next year with a bunch of us American Hammers and stuff like that, which would be kind of cool. So anyway, and lastly, most important thing, if you're watching this video, there's a little button right below you. If you could please click subscribe. I appreciate everyone who views our videos. We get tons and tons and tons of views, but we need more subscribers. That would be really appreciative. We're almost
Come on, West Ham family, step it up.
Don't be lazy, just subscribe.
I mean, we're almost at 600 subscribers. Our goal is 1,000. So
we'll help you.
Let's get cracking, man. All right, thanks, guys.
Oh, gosh. Hold on.
Sorry.
One thing. Fat Hammers United.
Okay, go ahead.
Follow us on Twitter so that you can follow how much weight we're losing for Isla.
Oh, that's right.
Forgot it.
That's a great cause, man. Awesome. All right, guys.
Fat Hammers United.
We'll talk to you right off the air. We'll talk to you right off the air in 1 second, okay? All right. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.